My name is Eliza Vance, and I'm a defense attorney, or at least, I was. After years of fighting battles I knew I'd lose, I was done, burned out, ready to walk away from the courtroom for good. Then the phone rang, and on the other end was a case that no one wanted, a client everyone hated, Tyler R. 22 years old, and the most reviled man in America. The man accused of assassinating a national hero. The world wants him gone, a quick trial, a swifter execution. The media plays one clip on a loop. Tyler, in his first court appearance, seemingly smirking. That smirk sealed his fate in the court of public opinion. It became the symbol of his supposed evil, his lack of remorse. But my job isn't to care about public opinion. My job is to defend him, and my entire strategy hinges on one of the oldest pillars of our justice system, the Sixth Amendment, the right to an impartial jury. How do you find 12 people who have already made up their minds when the victim's powerful, grieving widow is live streaming her pain to millions every single day, when every news channel, every social media feed is screaming for his head? The judge denied my motion to remove cameras from the courtroom, turning this trial into the biggest reality show on earth. The jury pool isn't just tainted, it's toxic. Every potential juror has been swimming in a sea of outrage and grief. Their judgment clouded before they ever stepped foot in the courthouse. My investigator and I started digging, not just into the crime, but into Tyler himself. We looked past the viral smirk and the monstrous caricature painted by the media. What we found wasn't a monster. We found a deeply troubled young man, isolated and spiraling. He was suffering from a severe, undiagnosed mental health condition, one his own family chose to ignore because it was inconvenient. Suddenly, this wasn't just about saving a client, it was about exposing a truth that society refuses to confront, the devastating consequences of neglecting mental illness. Now I'm not just fighting for his life, I'm fighting against a system that's all too willing to execute a sick man because it's easier than admitting our own failures. My goal is no longer just to win an acquittal, which feels impossible. My goal is to make the jury see the person, not the monster, to convince them that the real story isn't about a cold-blooded assassin, but about a catastrophic failure of our families, our communities, and our healthcare system. I have to prove that an entire nation can be prejudiced. I have to argue that a fair trial is impossible when a verdict has already been rendered by millions on their phones and television screens. Can I save his life when the whole world has already declared him guilty? I don't know, but I am ethically bound to try. Because if we allow public outrage to replace due process, then the justice system I once believed in is already dead. This is the story of that fight. Make sure you're subscribed, because this is just the beginning. You won't want to miss what happens next.